Hello everyone, and welcome to another episode of Why I'm Excited For. ... And today I'm dedicating this episode to talking about what I think is one of 2023's most promising indie titles, Sea of Stars. So what is Sea of Stars? It is a turn-based RPG from Canadian developer Sabotage Studio, who previously created The Messenger, an ode to the NES Ninja Gaiden games. Despite being a completely different genre, Sea of Stars actually serves as a prequel to that game, but you thankfully don't have to have played The Messenger to understand the story. It was announced via Kickstarter back in 2020 and raised well over its goal. What inspired me to cover Sea of Stars in this series was playing the demo that was released for the Switch back in February. A lot of modern RPGs like this are hit or miss for me, so I wasn't sure if the game would grab me. I liked what I saw in the trailers, but Sabotage was smart enough to release a demo for it, and I'm happy they allowed me and millions of other people to try it out before release. It should come as no surprise, given that I'm talking about Sea of Stars at all, that the demo made quite an impact on me. It looks visually sublime, the characters and dialogue are entertaining, and the gameplay was a lot of fun. There were moments where I stopped playing just to look at the environments and take in everything I was seeing. I was dazzled by how beautifully realized some of the environments were, especially the port town. Even over 2 months after I beat the demo, I still think about it occasionally and can't wait to go back for more when the full game comes out. Going back to the gameplay, I have some concerns about it, which I will express very soon, but I liked what I saw for the most part. Figuring out the optimal strategies to take out enemies quickly and efficiently always felt rewarding, and the UI wasn't confusing or cluttered like so many modern games. Each encounter was like a little puzzle that I always enjoyed solving. There's even a fishing minigame that I surprisingly got into way more than I expected. Another area of Sea of Stars I want to highlight is the music. The game's score is composed primarily by Eric W. Brown, but what excites me the most are the guest compositions from renowned composer Yasunori Matsuda, who has composed music for games like Chrono Trigger, Chrono Cross, Shadow Hearts, and Xenogears. Both composers seem to be bringing their A game to the music because the tracks featured in the demo are so damn good. Now, as I previously mentioned, I do have some concerns about Sea of Stars. My biggest one is the lack of random encounters. I admire the ambition of Sabotage, fine-tuning every enemy encounter and ditching random encounters to encourage the player to think strategically in every fight, rather than brute forcing their way through the game via level grinding. But I have some doubts that they will be able to fairly balance the difficulty consistently through the game, especially during the end game. This is also the studio's first time making a turn-based RPG, so inexperience coupled with some of the design decisions they're going with does slightly raise a red flag in the back of my mind. I also think the release window they're aiming for is a big mistake. Sea of Stars is launching at the end of August, so it's going to face fierce competitions from heavy hitter RPGs like Baldur's Gate 3 and Starfield. Yeah, not the best release window. I hope they delay it to December or even early next year, just to give it room to breathe so it doesn't get trampled by these other games. But as of right now, Sea of Stars releases August 29th for PC, Switch, PS5, PS4, Xbox Series X and S, and Xbox One, and the retail price is still to be determined. Despite some of the concerns I've laid out, I am rooting for Sabotage Studio to succeed. This game shows a lot of promise, and I was very impressed by what I've played of it so far. If you haven't checked out the demo yet and don't have a Switch, the devs have said it will be coming soon to other platforms. When that day comes, I highly recommend checking it out and seeing for yourself why I think Sea of Stars has a lot of potential to be a really good video game.